Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all your updates. Really excited for today's video. It's Saturday, and on Saturdays, I do Cellar Saturday, and I drink something off the shelf. So this is Russian River Defenestration Belgian-style blonde ale. I can't remember if my friend Jim sent this to me or if I bought it when I was out there visiting him. So to be safe, thanks Jim for the beer. Let's see. I'll read all the stuff on it. This is just over 5 years old. It's 6.5% ABV, so definitely one of the lower ABV beers that I've done on a Saturday, Cellar Saturday. The action of throwing someone or something out of a window. That's what the word means. Some of the most famous and notorious defenestrations occurred in Prague in the 15th and 17th centuries. These defenestrations were done in an effort to remove government officials by throwing them out of a third-story window. The result was either sudden death or serious bodily injury. Either way, mission accomplished. In the spirit of this 2016 election year, oh, that's why it was 2016, okay. We hope you enjoy our hoppy Belgian-inspired blonde ale named for the act of removing politicians by throwing them out of a window, literally. That's fun. Fun label as well. Very fun label. You have Democrats and Republicans being thrown out. So very smart. Very from an economic point of view, very smart to show both political parties being thrown. Both of the major two political parties. I'll note that the Green Party is not being thrown out of a window. The Libertarian Party is not being thrown out the window. The Prohibition Party is not being thrown out the window, although that would make a lot of sense, being a brewery. That's all I got right now. Let's just get into it. Did I mention I have the most proper of proper glasswares? This is specifically for their Shun beers, all these beers in their series that end in Tion. Are they all Belgian inspired? They might all be Belgian inspired. But like some of their sour ales with fruit and things like this. Man, look how clear that is. I haven't had a beer that clear in a while. Man, look at that carbonation. Yeah, you can see through it so easily. The head is white, super compact bubbles. I mean, I tell you what, that 5 years in the glass has not killed, carbonation. There's nothing in this beer that's killing the head retention. Man, that's a beautiful looking beer. Let's get into the aroma. Wow, super refreshing lemon. Then brought back down a little bit with like this earthy grassiness. Some nice sweetness. So the lemon, you're getting real lemons, you're getting a little bit of like that lemon pledge thing, and then because of the sweetness, you're getting a little bit of like a lemon heads almost, kind of, or like some sort of lemon candy that's sweet. Insert generic lemon sweetness. It has like some of that too. But again, it has this nice grassy element. Just a faint kiss of like green tea. But not that astringent. Like green tea can have a certain level of astringency. Even if you don't oversteep it, you kind of strip that and just leave, again, some of that like earthy, I keep wanting to go back to grassy. Not herbaceous, but definitely grassy. Keep it in the grassy side of things. Then you get a little bit of like the yeastiness, the fermentationness. Like the very just, super classic beer aromas. Like it has some of that as well. It smells light, refreshing, but there is an oomph to it. Like it's I'm not really fighting the smell. Like it does have a nice, easy to smell nose. So I don't know, it smells really good. See about the taste. Cheers. Yeah, that's still good. Okay, so follows the aroma a lot. Tons of lemon, more real lemon. You get the zest, you get a squeeze, but not with the sourness that that a real lemon can bring. So I guess maybe focus on the zestiness, but there is like some real lemon juice. But again, without that like kind of feel. or taste. You do get a nice sweetness. Certainly not overly sweet, but I mean, you do get some nice sweetness, and then does dry out. That's when you kind of get the earthy, grassy notes. Just like I was saying, the aroma, like you get a little bit of that like yeast. It actually almost has. This is not a lager, but like you get some of that similar, kombucha fermentation taste, and again, like just like almost like a pilsner. You can taste through the crispness, like some of that, just like the element. You put these things together, and an alcohol is formed. A beer, as we call it, is formed in the purest sense. With no adjuncts, with no overly hopping it or whatever. Just like crisp, clean, fermented liquid that we have come to call beer. It has that fundamental taste to it. I hope I explained that well. I feel like I over-explained it, and also not very gracefully explained it. Like a soft vegetal note as well. What is that? I'll go back to, like I was saying, the aroma, that green tea without any astringency. Like, again, it's more grassy to me than herbal. It does have just a little bit of that. Speaking of tea, maybe a kiss of chamomile, just a kiss. This has, like the aroma, this has a lot going on. It's impactful while still being light. It's balancing this so well. It sounds contradictory. I've said this before, but not often. It is both very expressive in the appearance of big flavors, but then there's this delicate lightness to it, all in the same sip and experience. It's quite a feat to pull off. If you have some huge adjunct heavy stout, it's not surprising when you get hit with wave after wave of huge flavor. Where something like this, like it's so light and delicate, it is kind of surprising. Like, man, like this is an impactful beer. So kudos to Russian River for doing that really well. Have you had this beer before? Have you had beers like this lately? Have you had anything from Russian River ever? You want to comment on anything, everything? Comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. Are you drinking anything out of your stash? Anyway, once you're done doing all that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untappd. It's No Hype Beer Reviews at both those places. So always please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.